Hello, friends. Welcome to second episode of podcast with Kapil. So today I have dearest friend of mine, Saurabh Farkya. He is advanced computer scientist, and he's joining us directly from Jersey City, New Jersey. और बहुत ही पुराना दोस्त है मेरा सौरभ. हम काफी सालों से साथ हैं. तो ये कॉन्वर्जेशन बहुत ही फन होने वाला है, फन लविंग होगा. बहुत सारे डिस्कशंस करेंगे, इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक्स चूज करेंगे. सिंस ही इज कमिंग फ्रॉम एआई एमएल बैकग्राउंड, तो आप लोगों को बहुत कुछ सीखने को भी मिल सकता है. बाकी जनरलाइज्ड हम उसकी सिटी के बारे में बात करेंगे, उसके फेवरेट रेस्टोरेंट के बारे में बात करेंगे और उसकी जर्नी देखेंगे कि राइट फ्रॉम स्कूलिंग, कॉलेज एंड इन इंडिया, विच सिटी, विच स्टेट, और कौन कौन सी कंपनी से वो मूव होके यूएस गया है. एंड विल डिस्कस ऑल अबाउट हिज जर्नी. तो बहुत ही एक्साइटिंग होगा. तो लेट्स वेलकम सौरभ. हाय सौरभ.
Hi, Kapil. Thank you for having me on your podcast. I'm looking forward to a great talk ahead.
Yeah, same here, bro. So, जैसे कि मैंने बताया, he is working as an advanced computer scientist, actually machine learning researcher in SRI International, Jersey City. तो पहले मैं एक छोटा सा इंट्रो देता हूँ, हम कैसे जानते हैं एक दूसरे को, ताकि थोड़ा काइंड ऑफ आइस ब्रेकर हो जाए. तो सौरभ को मैं मिला था 2011 में इंदौर में. बेसिकली वी वर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर जेई, आईआईटी जेई की जब हम प्रिपरेशन कर रहे थे. एक कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट था काफी फेमस इंदौर में. तो हम वहाँ पहली बार मिले थे. सौरभ वाज लाइक वेरी ग्रेट इन लर्निंग, एंड जो जेई की प्रिपरेशन थी, राइट, वो बहुत अच्छा था. काफी सिंसियर हार्ड वर्किंग गाय था. और फिर जब हम लोग मिले उसके बाद काफी तबाही मचाई हमने इंदौर में. हम लोग एक्चुअली हॉस्टल में रहते थे, बॉयज हॉस्टल था. तो बहुत तबाही मचाई, बहुत सारे फ्रेंड्स हमारे उस टाइम से बने. आज भी हम लोग साथ हैं. तो बहुत ही बढ़िया था. वो बहुत सारी यादें आज ट्राई टू रेमिनीज दोस मेमोरीज एज वेल थ्रूआउट दिस टॉक. ठीक है सौरभ, तो चलो स्टार्ट करते हैं.
बिल्कुल.
सबसे पहले I would like to ask you to introduce yourself to our audience. Probably you can focus on probably your college, कहाँ से किया, and then which company you started your job with, और कैसे switch करा. And then फिर हम लोग जाएंगे तुम्हारी जर्नी जो है यूएस की, और वहाँ पे क्या काम कर रहे हैं. तो स्टार्टिंग तो थोड़ा इंट्रोडक्शन बैकग्राउंड से कर सकते हैं.
Right. Yes. So, I am Saurabh Farkya, and so as Kapil said, we met during JEE preparation. तो वहाँ से मैं basically I joined NIT Nagpur. I was in electronics and communication branch at that time. तो वहाँ पे मोस्टली मेरा इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स कम्युनिकेशन में थोड़ा इंटरेस्ट ओवर द टाइम. मैंने काफ़ी चीज़ें एक्सपेरिमेंट करी, और इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एंड कम्युनिकेशन से ज़्यादा मेरा इंटरेस्ट एक्चुअली एल्गोरिदम्स और मशीन लर्निंग साइड एक्चुअली काफ़ी डेवलप होने लग गया था थर्ड ईयर से. तो अब कैसे डेवलप हुआ है, मोस्टली हिट एंड ट्रायल प्रोसेस काफ़ी रही. पहले मैं एम्बेडेड सिस्टम्स में था, फिर ओवर द टाइम मुझे ऐसा लगने लगा कि आई वांट समथिंग मोर स्मार्टर एक्चुअली, कि ये सब बहुत स्टैटिक एल्गोरिदम्स है. तो दैट्स हाउ आई गॉट इंट्रोड्यूस टू मशीन लर्निंग थर्ड ईयर में. तो मेरा बैकग्राउंड फिर भी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स था तभी. तो मैंने हम लोगों ने एक्चुअली खुद से, मेरा एक दोस्त है गोविंदा, हम लोगों ने एक्चुअली खुद से मशीन लर्निंग की जो पुरानी क्लासेस थी, जो एंड्रू एंग की और जेफ हिंटन की जो इनिशियल जो बहुत पहली क्लासेस थी, वो खुद से लेना स्टार्ट कर दी. और फिर हमने समर में एक प्रोजेक्ट किया था विच आई एम रियली प्राउड ऑफ. वो था ऑप्टिकल कैरेक्टर रिकॉग्निशन और स्पीच जनरेशन में. तो वो प्रोजेक्ट एक्चुअली वाज लाइक द स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट फॉर माय होल करियर. तो हम लोगों ने वो स्टार्ट किया था जब पुराना मशीन लर्निंग रहता था ना, जब फीचर इंजीनियरिंग करते थे, और like not like the deep learning one, but जब support vector machines और like individual feature, वहाँ पे तो वहाँ से start किया.
मतलब 2014 की अराउंड बात कर रहे हो, राइट?
अराउंड 2014 में. तब तो डीप लर्निंग इतना फेमस होने स्टार्ट हुआ. 2011 में एलेक्सनेट के बाद से होने लगा था, बट इतना बज नहीं हुआ था जितना अब हो चुका है. तो 2014 में बेसिकली हम लोगों ने कोर्सेज किए. आई डिड दिस प्रोजेक्ट. हमारे पास कोई रिसोर्सेस नहीं थे एक्चुअली तभी, क्योंकि कोई like department में courses नहीं थे, तो I think that was our self initiative. That's where the whole thing started. तो तभी हम लोगों ने पेपर लिखा उस पे, एंड देन आई वेंट टू चेन्नई एक्चुअली टू प्रेजेंट दैट पेपर. तो पूरा ऐसा रिसर्च इंटरेस्ट तब से काफी डेवलप हो गया था. फिर मेरे को फाइनल ईयर में ऐसा लगने लगा कि यार ये तो काफी अच्छा एरिया है. एंड देन लाइक I got like into more projects, computer vision, और like department में I got involved into more activities. तो फाइनल ईयर में मेरे को ऐसा लगने लगा कि यार भाई मेरे को ना ये नहीं करना है, लाइक जॉब्स वॉब्स नहीं चाहिए, लाइक वैसा हो गया था. आई वांट टू बेसिकली परस्यू रिसर्च इस एरिया में, एंड आई वांट टू फिगर इट आउट कि व्हाट इज नेक्स्ट रियली. तो वो अंडरग्रेड में थोड़ा इंडिया में इतनी अपॉर्चुनिटीज तब नहीं थी, लाइक ये एरिया इतना ज्यादा नहीं था. वो इमेज प्रोसेसिंग होता था बट इतना नहीं था.
करेक्ट.
तो तभी आई एक्चुअली अप्लाइड फॉर फेलोशिप्स आउटसाइड. हाँ, वन मोर पॉइंट कि मेरे को है ना तभी काफ़ी ज़्यादा इंटरेस्ट आ गया था कॉग्निटिव साइंस में और न्यूरो साइंस वगैरह वो सब चीज़ों में. तो मेरा आइडिया ये था कि कि यार ये सब एल्गोरिदम्स बेसिकली लोग मिमिक जो करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, लाइक दे आर ट्राइंग टू मिमिक सर्टेन पार्ट ऑफ हाउ ह्यूमंस डू इट रियली, राइट? लाइक AI, like on a very high level right now, like people think that how would you do like what human does, right? Like reasoning है, perception है, ये सब चीज़ है.
जैसे न्यूरल kind of, yeah, right? It is designed in a way कि human का brain तो mimic कर सको, kind of thing.
Right, in a very rough way, yes, yeah, exactly, yeah. तो तभी मेरे को ऐसा खुद से इंट्यूटिव लगा कि यार वो देखना चाहिए कि how does that world work. So तभी मैंने I applied for a few fellowships in India. तो मेरे को Indian Institute of Science Bangalore, where you live, basically IISc Bangalore. I got assistantship there. तो वहाँ पे I worked in a vision lab जहाँ पे सारा human like brain से related चीज़ों पे like I basically got to know a lot of different fMRI, फिर अपना brain imaging, वो सब चीज़ें, like how people actually, what kind of data people collect to study those kind of problems, कि how human do it, like that kind of hypothesis. फिर वहाँ से basically हमेशा सा idea वही था कि I want to learn what they did, how human does it, and I want to incorporate in like machines, right? So following up on that, मेरा electronics में था, I went back to computer science. Basically I got actually my formal education in machine learning, computer science, AI, reinforcement learning, those kind of things in masters. फिर उसके बाद फिर वो चीज़ें काफ़ी सॉर्टेड थी कि लाइक मेरे को इसी में ही करियर चाहिए. आई वॉज क्वाइट इंटरेस्टेड इन लाइक डेवलपिंग एल्गोरिदम्स एंड लाइक वर्किंग ऑन वेरी लो लेवल थिंग्स, लाइक नॉट जस्ट सॉफ्टवेयर, like it's not about the software development but more like mathematical part, like low level modeling
kind of thing.
So then I basically joined my current company. It's called SRI International, जहाँ मैंने internship करी.
उससे पहले कि how do you apply for that masters, like where did you study and like which all exams you cracked probably, kind of IELTS
I see. तो यार mostly
और basically कैसे बाहर जाना है, as in US, Europe, why you chose US and which university and all kind of thing.
I see. तो यार मेरा third year like final year तक बहुत sort हो गया था. I want to do AI machine learning. I think one thing which people थोड़ा ध्यान नहीं देते हैं या फिर पता नहीं, at least the way I did was एक नीश एरिया, एक अप्रॉक्सीमेट एरिया ऑफ इंटरेस्ट मेरे माइंड में था कि आई वांट टू डू मशीन लर्निंग, कंप्यूटर विजन. तो आई थिंक दैट हेल्प्स यू चूज यूनिवर्सिटीज फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल. लाइक तुम रैंडमली अप्लाई नहीं करते हो, लाइक क्योंकि बहुत सारी यूनिवर्सिटीज है और वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा इट्स लाइक कॉम्प्लिकेटेड प्रोसेस है. तो आई वेंट थ्रू दैट कि ओके दीज एरियाज में मुझे इंटरेस्ट है तो मैं उसी के लिए अप्लाई करूंगा. तो मेरी जो यूनिवर्सिटी आई डिड माई मास्टर्स फ्रॉम यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ सेंट्रल फ्लोरिडा. तो वहाँ पर देयर स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट प्रोग्राम इज एक्चुअली computer vision program. So that's where I went and did my masters. So it's not a very like a big top university, but for that particular program they are very good. So people sometimes go for ranking. I think that's another thing. So people also should like put some time to research about like why you want to do it and like what kind of area, that will simplify your life actually, because you know you won't do like a random search नहीं आएगी, थोड़ा targeted search रहेगी, so
लोग क्या
वहाँ से
करते हैं, हाँ, it will be a helpful one. So mostly लोग क्या करते हैं, right? They go by a name basically, या फिर जो उनके सीनियर गए, राइट, वो सोचते हैं कि यार वही यूनिवर्सिटी होगी, बजाय कि वो देखें कि उनका इंटरेस्ट किसमें है. जैसे कि आपने बताया
yeah
कंप्यूटेशन के लिए पर्टिकुलर दैट यूनिवर्सिटी इज क्वाइट फेमस. Some other university might be famous in some different segment of AI or that kind. So mostly आपके हिसाब से how to choose particular university, it should be like coming from your interest, कि आपको कहाँ आपका रिसर्च या स्टडी परस्यू करना है और उस पर्टिकुलर सेगमेंट के लिए कौन सी यूनिवर्सिटी या कॉलेज या पर्टिकुलर स्कूल बेटर.
yeah also you should see कि you know और भी लोग काम कर रहे, इकोसिस्टम कैसा है, स्टूडेंट्स कैसे हैं, that will help you actually like nail down the correct place to go. Otherwise you might not enjoy the process as much as you should. So yeah.
Okay, so then you moved to Florida, and then after that, okay, which visa you applied? Student visa only, right? And
F1 yeah. Student visa is F1.
yeah, and how about this English exams and all we have there? So you must have cracked GRE and then IELTS, right?
Yeah, so GRE and TOEFL usually are the अब actually कम हो गया है after COVID. Like people are like fine if you don't have like TOEFL and GRE, but you should still check. But वो criteria थोड़ा relaxed हो गया है relative to 5 years ago actually, post COVID या pre COVID. So
जब आपने अप्लाई किया था उस टाइम it was like mandatory things, right? These exams.
yeah. Europe में actually they don't care anymore about GRE TOEFL anymore. They do care about कि तुम्हें English आनी चाहिए, so you need to show some sort of exam related to English, IELTS or TOEFL, but like they don't care about GRE anymore. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. ठीक है, अब एक छोटा सा गेम खेलते हैं, guess the images करके. I'll show you some logos, probably very famous company logos. I think you will definitely able to guess them, and some kind of a tech personalities also. Let's see how many of them you can guess. Okay. And then we'll continue our similar set of questions. Okay, man. How about the logo?
Oh, Discord.
Yeah. Few will be very easy, typical, right? Because we just want to, it should be generalized audience, right? Not only pure tech. If people are coming on tech, then for them also it should be easy. Yeah, definitely it's a Discord one. Instant messaging app, quite famous nowadays. How about this one?
Spotify.
Yeah, very famous. How about him? Who's this guy?
I have no idea.
You should be, because he's quite famous, or his company is very, very famous. Just
is
kind
it
of
a
get
radical person?
Okay, at least I know it.
Oh no, it's not the no.
He's a different guy, yeah. He's a different guy. I can show you some hints as well, but
okay.
It will be quite obvious. Okay, which one is your famous streaming platform?
Which platform?
Streaming, OTT.
Oh. Max. HBO Max.
Okay.
Is it like the HBO Max had? No.
Okay. So he's CEO of Netflix.
I see. Netflix. Okay.
Again,
Adobe.
Previous one, yeah.
Adobe. Evernote.
Yeah.
Used to. This is some AI company for sure.
Are you sure?
Huh?
Are you sure it's an AI company?
I mean, usually AI companies have this kind of nodes and graph kind of thing. Anthropic? No, Anthropic is different. They have AI. Not sure. Notion meaning. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Kafka.
Yeah. It's like not directly related to AI. It's kind of why not with the streaming platform. Quite famous though. Okay, I think that's all about this. I hope you enjoyed it. Couple of obvious easy ones, but yeah, few kind of medium difficulty as well. I hope you liked it. तो अब बात करते हैं आपकी करंट कंपनी में कि कौन सा क्या रोल है आपका, if you can just define a bit, and ऑन अ डेली बेसिस आपको किस टाइप के टास्क मिलते हैं, आप कैसे उनको अकम्प्लिश करते हैं, लाइक ऑन अ रेगुलर बेसिस क्या काम करते हो आप, अगर जस्ट वांट टू शेयर
राइट
पॉइंट।
राइट तो यार मेरा current company is like SRI International. I work as computer science, advanced computer scientist. It's in a nutshell, it's a machine learning profile, a machine learning research profile. Most of so हमारी जो company है basically they are government contractors. So मेरे जितने भी projects sponsor होते हैं या फिर funded रहते हैं वो US US Army, Defense, Navy, those kind of research agencies usually funds my project. मेरे सारे project non like they are not classified projects, so I can talk a little bit more about it, but like a part of it, like people can't. There is a lot of classified work also goes on in my industry, but I can't in my company, but I can't because I'm not a US citizen. That's like a mandatory requirement, and you need to have a clearance to do that kind of work. But yeah, the kind of work I usually do is we do a lot of fundamental research and we do a lot of applied research. So fundamental research में mostly we work on projects which are like next generation project, like कि आज से 5 साल बाद आज like what is the next idea in the field, right? Like LLM आ गए, अगर अभी like LLM सब जगह चल रहा है, LLM आ गए, अब उसके बाद क्या है basically या फिर LLMs को और कैसे यूज करना है. So most of my work is towards proving something fundamental or figuring out something more fundamental. So once we do that, हमारी company in general, if an idea is like if an idea is something which is worthwhile कि हम उसके लिए company create कर सकते हैं, it itself could be a company. So we basically internally fund करते हैं company को, and then we start a new venture and it becomes a new company actually.
पूरा बिजनेस
Completely.
क्रिएट हो जाता है, like तो उसके
Yeah,
पहले रिसर्च और R&D होता है, राइट?
So
मार्केट।
research and R&D is my part, but if it becomes successful to a level, it can start becoming a product, then it becomes a separate organization,
हाँ,
completely separate organization. It's not part of SRI anymore. We give them a patent, we give them funding, it becomes a new company and they start a new company. For example, actually Apple Siri was developed in my office, and yeah, Apple Siri was developed in my office, and then it became a startup, and then Apple bought it a couple of years later on. So yeah, it's a fun story. Yeah. So I have worked on 3 such projects where I did fundamental work, and then it got converted into a company, or it helped in a venture basically.
ओके, बेसिकली इंक्यूबेटर्स जो होते हैं, राइट?
But we are not incubators. Like our purpose is more towards fundamental research. But yeah, a part of there is an incubator team if they feel that some patent is good enough, or like something more potentially monetizable, then you can actually do that.
ओके, दैट इज वन वे। अच्छा, क्या टेक स्टैक है आपका जो इसमें आप काम करते हो?
यार मेरा टेक्स्ट, सो बेसिकली मेरी कोडिंग वगैरह सब वर्क पाइथन में रहता है मोस्टली. स्पेसिफिकली अगर फ्रेमवर्क्स यूज़ करने हैं तो टेंसरफ्लो, पाइटॉर्च कॉमन फ्रेमवर्क्स है. और अगर इन्वायरमेंट कैसे डिप्लॉय होते हैं तो मोस्टली डॉकर है, क्यूबरनेटीज है. Most of my work is done in like मेरा ecosystem is in Docker environment, and then deployment like usually training वगैरह सब Kubernetes के through deployable रहते हैं. तो मेरा बहुत typical इतना intense tech stack नहीं है mostly, but yeah, these are the tools we usually use for like our research purposes. Yeah.
और कैसा वर्क कल्चर है आपकी कंपनी का यूजुअली, लाइक लीव साइड देखें या फिर एम्प्लॉय बेनिफिट्स वर्क साइड से, तो कितना मतलब इज इट अ कूल और समथिंग लाइक टिपिकल कंपनी, बिकॉज़ you said mostly funded by government and all, so how is about that work culture and all?
राइट या तो हम लोगों का जो वर्क कल्चर है टिपिकल कॉर्पोरेट से काफी डिफरेंट है एक्चुअली. हम बहुत ही लाइक रिसर्च ओरिएंटेड कंपनी है. इट्स लाइक समवेयर इन बिटवीन अ कॉर्पोरेट कंपनी एंड अ यूनिवर्सिटी कंपनी. तो हमारे यहाँ बहुत सारे यूनिवर्सिटी टाइप चीजें भी होती है, जैसे कि टॉक्स हो रही है या फिर लेक्चर्स हो रहे हैं, सिंपोजियम्स हो रहे हैं विद इन कंपनी. वी डू लैब डे, So those kind of things also happen, but we have a part where it's commercialized also. Like I talked about a venture team, right? So you get like it's a really good place for you to work when you start your career actually, because I get exposed to a lot of new different projects. Like mera master's bhale computer vision mein, but I have like now experience in RL, continual learning, different basically fundamental areas in machine learning, and I got a hands-on experience working like a lot of different areas, क्योंकि हमारे बहुत circulate होते रहते हैं ना, like usually a life cycle of like a length of a project is, if it's a big project then 3 to 4 years, if it's a smaller project then it's like a year-long project. So I've been here for like 5 years, so ऐसा change होते रहते हैं, I get to learn a lot of things, so you need to constantly like know what's happening in the field and like push yourself to do like what's next kind of thing.
Awesome. अच्छा, आपका फेवरेट रेस्टोरेंट कौन सा है आपकी सिटी का?
रेस्टोरेंट यार मेरा फेवरेट अगर डे टू डे लाइफ में अगर जाना है तो इट्स ठेले वाला एक्चुअली. इट्स इन ब्लीकर स्ट्रीट नियर वॉशिंगटन स्क्वायर पार्क. सो काठी रोल लाइक
नाम है ठेले वाला, इज इट?
Yeah, नाम है. The name of the restaurant is ठेले वाला. They actually serve you rolls, जैसे इंडिया में काठी rolls रहते हैं ना. Yeah, that. So अगर मेरे को day to day अगर जाना है तो I would go for that. It's I like it. अगर थोड़ा fancier जाना है तो there is a restaurant called Annexe. It's a Mediterranean restaurant. They have like really good, but it's like slightly expensive. But those two are my favorite ones.
How about like your food preference on a daily basis? Like, do you get veg food?
Yeah, I'm a vegetarian. I don't even eat onions, so I'm like hardcore vegetarian.
Jain,
so,
right? Jain folks have that. So
I usually don't face any problem. Jersey City mein like there's a lot of Indians and a lot of like there is a street where literally you will get food from every part of the India. So personally like हमको तो कोई दिक्कत, like I don't face any like issues with the food.
अच्छा, एक टिपिकल डे देखते हैं आपकी लाइफ में कैसा रहता है. लेट्स से अभी तो वीकेंड है, आई विल आस्क अबाउट दैट एज वेल. लेट्स से कोई बीच का दिन है, मंडे ट्यूसडे वेडनेसडे. सो हाउ इज योर डेली डे लुक्स लाइक जब आप ऑफिस जाते हो? लाइक हाउ डू यू कम्यूट टू योर ऑफिस? कब से कब का टाइमिंग रहता है टिपिकल, अगर आप एक एग्जांपल दे पाए तो?
यार यूजुअली अभी तो वर्क फ्रॉम होम ही रहता है मेरा, मेरे को इतना ऑफिस जाना नहीं रहता है. बट इफ आई हैव टू गो टू ऑफिस देन मेरा यहाँ से थोड़ा दूर है, बिकॉज आई लिव इन my office is in Princeton. I live in Jersey City. It's like 1.5 hour train ride. So it's like I leave house at 7:30. I reach around at 9 o'clock. 9 to 4, 9 to 5 work hours रहते हैं, and then basically come back about 6:30. यूजली ये रहता है. बट घर पे हैं तो फिर वही 9 बजे चालू हो जाता है, 9 से 5. बट हम लोगों का इतना हार्ड एंड बाउंड वैसा नहीं रहता है कि यही वर्क आवर्स है. वी आर मोर फ्लेक्सिबल ऑन वर्क आवर्स. दैट्स अ गुड पार्ट व्हाट आवर कंपनी की. इट्स मोर अबाउट लाइक कि टारगेट्स क्या हैं, गोल्स क्या हैं, एंड लाइक व्हाट यू वांट टू अचीव. दैट इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट देन लाइक वर्किंग ऑल द टाइम काइंड ऑफ थिंग.
The research, I would say, because let's say if you talk about some typical software development, right? Because I do work in Walmart, right? So we have kind of a smaller goals. Like probably we work with sprints, 15 days sprints, right? So we want to complete whatever task we have been given and complete. We would like to complete in that particular sprint only. But I think when it comes to research, I think in that sense, probably you have kind of a bigger goals or like long-term goals. It's not like 15 days or 1 month. Probably you can take some more time, probably a quarter as well, just to show some small POC kind of thing. So that might give some edge, right? It's not like hard and fast.
Right, yeah. Or like every week is dependent on like what happened, like what kind of results you got in the previous week, and then you actually rethink about it, whether these results make sense or not, whether our hypothesis makes sense or not, and then we take the direction accordingly. Like things are not very set in stone always for us ki you do this and you will get the result. I mean usually that's not how it,
awesome. अच्छा, लेट्स से अगर कोई हमारा व्यूअर देख रहा है या हमारा सब्सक्राइबर, अगर वो चाहता है कि उसको मशीन लर्निंग इंजीनियर बनना है, एमएल इंजीनियर या प्रोबब्ली डेटा साइंटिस्ट, तो क्या आप उसको सजेशन देंगे? लेट्स से इफ ही इज इन थर्ड ईयर फोर्थ ईयर, बिकॉज माय चैनल इज डेडिकेटेड मोस्टली टू दीज गाइस who either they want to crack big companies or they want to come into tech, let's say IT, or else like if they are professionals, engineers, but not into CSIT probably, and they just want to make a switch. So just by keeping those kind of audience in mind, like if someone is professional with 2 years, 3 years experience, and they want to make a switch into ML or AI as a data scientist, or they are still learning in third and fourth year. So what kind of suggestions would you like to give them so that they can start preparing? What sort of books or videos or channels you would like to share with them?
यार एक क्लासिक तरीका तो यही है कि प्रोजेक्ट्स करो. Like projects is the most important thing. क्योंकि
Learn by
machine
doing, that's what.
या लर्न बाय डूइंग काइंड ऑफ थिंग, क्योंकि यार मशीन लर्निंग, कंप्यूटर साइंस, ये सब बहुत इन्फाइनेटली बिग एरियाज हो गए एंड लाइक ग्रोथ, मतलब स्पीड ऑफ ग्रोथ इज लाइक बहुत ज्यादा है.
Yeah.
तो तुम पढ़ते रहोगे तो कुछ मतलब यू विल सैचुरेट, बोर भी हो जाओगे, डिफिकल्ट भी, like you will feel ki what am I doing. So I would rather do like based on ki तुम्हारे पास कितना time, I would do like ki 3 months project, right? Like that's how I started my career, right? भाई हम तो सो जाते थे पढ़ते पढ़ते machine learning, भाई समझ नहीं आ रहा equations. So the way at least I figured out was ki you take a small project and you have a set goals in your mind ki ये अचीव करना है प्रोजेक्ट में, या इतना मैट्रिक्स है ये सॉल्व करना है, and do that process end to end. Doing the process end to end is quite important as far as I am concerned, like in a project cycle. And if you do that end to end, you at least get a rough idea of कि what it entails really, कि मेरे को स्टार्ट कहाँ से करना है, बीच में क्या प्रॉब्लम्स आएगी, भले ही तुमने छोटे स्केल पे करी है, लेकिन that will actually give you a lot of grounding, like as I think, like doing projects and creating a set goals of that project and doing following up, doing it in a right way, like don't skip the steps, like do it in the right way, figure out why we are doing it, and then you can add that as a part of your portfolio for your resume actually, that I did that project. You can't write in your, there is no quantifiable proof ki I read this, like okay, I read this, what does that even mean? But if you did a project and you got certain marks, certain score you achieve, you can demonstrate it, you can quantify it. Exactly. So it builds your resume as well, and you do something, and there is like a lot of open source projects you can do nowadays actually.
Mostly India में if you see, right, जैसे ये AI buzz आया, right, it's been like 5-6 years probably, everybody has attended either some or other courses through Coursera or Udemy or some other online platform. तो आइडिया सबको है कि यार ऐसे मशीन लर्निंग काम करती है, दिस इज व्हाट एआई, और इतने सारे इसके रैंडम फॉरेस्ट और दिस काइंड ऑफ रीइंफोर्समेंट लर्निंग एल्गोरिथम्स होती हैं. बट अगर उनको एग्जैक्टली स्टार्ट करना राइट तो बहुत डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है, बिकॉज सी थ्रू टॉपमेट आई प्रोवाइड डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ सर्विसेज इन द सिमिलर वे. सो मोस्टली फोक्स आते हैं एंड देन दे आर लाइक क्वाइट कंफ्यूज्ड कि सर स्टार्ट कहाँ से करें, मेरा इंटरेस्ट है, एआई बस है, हाइप है, जैसे एलएलएम्स है, इफ यू सी हर बड़ी कंपनी अभी एक अपना नया एलएलएम बनाने में लगी हुई है. Every other month they will either launch new product or new version of the same product. Yeah, so people are quite confused. तो ये बढ़िया एक एग्जांपल बताया आपने कि कर करके देखने वाली जो बात होती है, क्योंकि आज सबको पता है क्या है एआई एमएल, लेकिन आप करने बैठो तो फिर लोग ढेर हो जाते हैं या फिर उनका इंटरेस्ट लूज हो जाता है, क्योंकि या तो वो सुन के आने की कोशिश करते हैं कि यार मतलब बहुत सारे फैक्टर्स है, राइट. लोगों को लगता है कि यार कूल है, फिर लगता है कि हाइप है, पैसा है, तो लेट्स से चलो स्टार्ट, हम भी एआई इंजीनियर बनेंगे या डेटा साइंटिस्ट बनेंगे. बट एक्चुअली फैक्ट दूसरा है और पर्पस भी दूसरा है. आप पैशनेट होना चाहिए आप लर्निंग के टुवर्ड्स, या उसकी जो एंड गोल क्या है, बजाय कि जस्ट इंस्टिंक्ट आया कि यार सब कर रहे हैं या मेरा फ्रेंड कर रहे हैं, लोग यूएस शिफ्ट हो रहे हैं, पढ़ रहे हैं, तो चलो मैं भी कर लेता हूँ, राइट. मीन या
बट या शायद थोड़ा काफी इन्फ्लुएंस रहता है लाइक इस चीजों का. इट्स वेरी हार्ड टू डिसोसिएट, बट या आई थिंक we are right about it ki yaar at least you should be able to tell yourself why am I doing this.
Because I tend to meet a lot of folks and they are still confused and they are like mostly driven by influencers around कि यार ये चीज है, मैं ये कर लूंगा, ये मिल जाएगा, बट वो तो उतना मटेरियलाइज हो नहीं पाता है, क्योंकि असल में इंटरेस्ट आपके अंदर से नहीं था, इट्स लाइक आउटर वर्ल्ड से था. थोड़े टाइम बाद आप बोर हो जाओगे, फिर आप स्विच करने का सोचोगे एंड देन लाइक समहाउ यू जस्ट स्टक एट सम प्लेस. एक और छोटा क्वेश्चन है कि लेट्स से एक जूनियर इंजीनियर है जर्सी सिटी में या फिर न्यूयॉर्क में आ रहा हूँ, तो क्या उसका टिपिकल सैलरी होती होगी एक जूनियर इंजीनियर की, लेट्स से 0 to 3 or 4 years एक्सपीरियंस, और लाइक मिड सीनियर 5 to 8 years एक्सपीरियंस? क्या टिपिकल सैलरी रेंज होता है यूएस में, और लाइक फॉर डेफिनेटली मशीन लर्निंग और डेटा साइंटिस्ट हम टॉकिंग
राइट, राइट। यार अभी मतलब जैसे अगर बड़ी कंपनीज बात करें तो आई थिंक उनका सैलरी स्ट्रक्चर मशीन लर्निंग जैसे बड़ी कंपनीज लाइक मेटा, गूगल वगैरह वो सब का सैलरी स्ट्रक्चर काफी काफी हाई है अभी। लाइक मशीन लर्निंग इंजीनियर्स, रिसर्चर आर द मोस्ट पेड पीपल एज फार एज आई लाइक। मेरे को भी इतना नॉलेज नहीं है बट लाइक एज फार एज आई नो दे आर द मोस्ट पेड पीपल राइट नाउ एंड lucrative है एंड या मतलब लाइक कुछ दोस्त हैं मतलब लाइक Amazon टाइप कंपनी 200K तक दे सकती है इजीली लाइक फॉर लाइक 3 to 3 years of experience, 3-4 year experience. If you are at from a top place, then there is no limit to it actually. Like people
या
get paid a lot. Like PhD people get
राइट, आई
PhD
फॉलो सम
people get
folks
like
on
300K.
like they
Sorry.
see 350 400K. I think Netflix is paying
Yeah,
them,
but
or Airbnb is paying them. Like, it's a less in number, folks, but yeah, I just saw, like, I'm quite surprised to see 400K per annum.
yeah, but those are like very, very extremely smart PhD students who get like 400K kind of package. Otherwise, you need to build like slowly to get at that stage. I mean, like you don't have to do really PhD to get that kind of salary also, but like it will take you some time to reach there. PhD students go through this different kind of journey to reach there. So I don't think we can compare really, but like for an undergrad student, I think building interest, but you can, yeah. Initial salary usually can get 80K, 100K, I think. ML usually higher, software engineer 20K less than that, but ML slightly higher, like 20%. I don't know, a little bit higher usually I see. Yeah, usually 100, 120K. But now if you are at bigger company, you will get like based on that 150K, 180K, that kind of stuff. But 100K, yeah, you can assume a starting point for people.
दोस्तों आप मेरे टॉपमेट पे जा सकते हैं अगर आप चाहते हैं कि 1-on-1 सेशन मुझसे बुक करें, डायरेक्ट मुझसे कनेक्ट करें, अपने डाउट्स क्लियर करें करियर प्रोग्रेशन के बारे में, करियर स्विच के बारे में। आप देखेंगे तो मैंने एक से एक सर्विसेज यहाँ पे ऐड करके रखी हैं, जैसे लिंक्डइन नौकरी रिव्यू, 1-on-1 लॉन्ग टर्म मेंटरशिप चाहते हैं, या फिर एक सिंगल सेशन चाहते हैं 1-on-1 जो टेक करियर गाइडेंस, मैं वीडियो कॉल करूँगा आपके साथ, या आप मॉक टेक इंटरव्यू चाहते हैं, फ्रंट एंड बैक एंड फुल स्टैक। अगर आप देखेंगे तो ऑलमोस्ट मेरी सब में 5 स्टार रेटिंग्स है किंग्स, और आई एम कमिंग एज अ टॉप 1% इन टॉपमेट। आप अगर मेरे टेस्टिमोनियल्स देखेंगे तो वो भी काफ़ी शानदार है, जिससे आपको पता लगेगा कि जो मेरे मेंटीज़ हैं अभी तक जिन्होंने मेरा सेशन बुक किया वो काफ़ी ज़्यादा सेटिस्फाइड हैं, दे आर हाईली इंडोर्सिंग मी एज अ मेंटर। और डिस्काउंट कूपन के लिए कमेंट सेक्शन में मैसेज कीजिए।
Next, let's say, so how's tech in your city? Let's say if I talk about Jersey City or overall New Jersey, so how's tech like? How are tech communities around you, your place, and how frequently you will get to meetups, or like if you're interested, or if you get probably time to join them, how do you enjoy them, and कितनी ज़्यादा availability है ऐसे कि यार इस weekend चलो let's crash to some tech community.
So yeah, there are definitely a lot of communities actually nearby, not as much as like Silicon Valley. I mean, they work out like completely different ball game, but we do have a lot of communities here. Like I have been part of some discussions where they talk, like जब ये LLM वगैरह का बस चालू हुआ था, like I went to this talk where they talked about what kind of next generation applications could be developed based on the top of LLMs. So people do a lot of I've seen a lot of discussion around like next generation application with AI and ML application. So you will see a lot of community circulating those kind of ideas. A lot of venture people, lot of like finance people who are interested in AI, since like it's becoming more and more broadly applicable. So the discussion is all around mostly on towards applicability of this tech. Not I am more towards developing this tech and like more fundamental things, but you will see a lot of discussion around how to use this tech, how we can use in therapy, how you can use in creative purposes. So yeah, you will find a lot of diverse set of people. You will not find such a diverse set of people anywhere in the world, to be honest. So different people are coming together and trying to get the power of it to different sectors. Basically, that's what I would say happening around.
Yeah, that's great to know, right? If you have communities, such communities around, right, you will get to know,
Yeah.
learn a lot of things
Yeah,
apart
but
from.
not very tech oriented, not necessarily very tech oriented communities, but yeah, others as well.
अच्छा, जर्सी सिटी की कोई खास बात ऐसी जो बहुत कम लोगों को पता है? एक मैं बताता हूँ, शायद ये जो जर्सी काउज होते हैं, इज इट द सेम थिंग? वहां से आया है क्या जो जर्सी काउ है?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know actually where it came from, Jersey cow.
बट
But
हर्ड की बहुत सारे इंडियंस, राइट, लाइक दे चोज दिस सिटी, इट्स काइंड ऑफ इंडियन फ्रेंडली, इज इट द?
yes, lot of Indians and Asians around. Yeah. Well, one unique thing you asked, right? Something like that. Oh,
Anything
I
special
actually
about
like
it?
the waterfront. So there is a waterfront from like downtown. Like you can see the most downtown part of Manhattan till like the end of the Manhattan. So you have like a complete skyline you can see. I think that's my favorite part about Jersey City. Like you have a very nice view of Manhattan from here.
So, folks, we just हम लोग discuss कर रहे थे, as I said, right, he's the dearest friend of mine. He just shown his apartment to me, and the views, right, the skyline views were literally breathtaking. And I'll see if we can share some videos from the skylines. I'll try to add in this podcast. Put Indians or apart from US, right, like I would say non-citizen, right, or non-native US, right. So how's the security kind of thing there? Because I tend to get a lot of such news, right? Because see, this is the truth. If a CEO can't be safe, right, what about common people like you and me? So how's that, mentality in your city or probably in your state or neighbor state? And how do you exactly people like you, right, who are like all the way from
safety.
India?
Yeah, I think safety is a big concern in general here. Where I live, Jersey City, I think I live in relatively safe area. And we are very quiet, like everything is very quiet, but yeah, definitely like Florida, like where I used to live in Florida, it was a little bit more riskier to live there. And
So दोस्तों, कैसा लग रहा है आप लोगों को हमारा पॉडकास्ट? आई थिंक यू मस्ट बी एंजॉयिंग आवर कॉन्वर्जेशंस. हम लोग बहुत वैरायटी ऑफ टॉपिक्स में डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, नॉट नेसेसरीली टेक ओनली, बिकॉज वी हैव आवर some older friends, like we knew each other from 12 years, so बहुत सारा बात करने को है. तो आई होप कि आपको मजा आ रहा होगा, और आपको अगर मजा आ रहा है, आपको वीडियो अच्छा लग रहा है और आप ऐसे बहुत सारे पॉडकास्ट देखना चाहते हैं, तो हिट दैट लाइक बटन और हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, ताकि आपको ऐसे ही नए नए पर्सनालिटीज, इंजीनियर्स, प्रोबेबली सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपर्स हम लोग आपके लिए लेके आते रहे इस प्लेटफॉर्म के थ्रू, ताकि आपको कुछ ना कुछ नया जानने को मिलता रहे.
so you shouldn't be out at a place where you are not supposed to be. That's what I would say. Be careful about it. Yeah, don't be stupid about it. That's all I would say, because yeah, it is scary here, and you can't really know what's going to happen where. So just be careful about it.
I think, yeah, as you said, right, if people, mostly like non-citizen folks are there, right, or like probably everyone, like they have to take care of themselves. Yeah, it's everyone, right. Cities like not like that much secure. So actually होता क्या, राइट, इंडिया में अगर आप सोचते हो, राइट, तो हमें इस टाइप की न्यूज़ें, मतलब न्यूज़ जो आती है, राइट, थोड़ा अजीब सा सुनने को लगता है, क्योंकि हम लोग अमेरिका को कैसे देखते हैं, इट्स लाइक ऑब्वियसली इट्स अ नंबर 1 कंट्री एंड एवरीथिंग इज देयर, राइट. सब मतलब सबके लिए एक आइडियल कंट्री होती है, बट जब ऐसी न्यूज़ आती है, राइट, देन यू गेट टू नो कि यार ये सब वहाँ क्यों हो रहा है, बिकॉज लाइक इट्स काइंड ऑफ अ ड्रीम थिंग. जब हम लोग छोटे थे, बच्चे थे, राइट, सबका सपना होता था कि यूएस जाएंगे, ये पढ़ाई करेंगे, इस कंपनी में काम करेंगे, एंड लाइक विल लिव द लाइफ ऑफ आवर ड्रीम्स. आज भी लाइक आई वुड से बहुत लोगों का ऐसा है, जिनके थोड़े भी एम्बिशंस है बाहर जाने के, बट जब फिर ऐसे खबरें आती हैं, लाइक बिकॉज आवर फैमिली फोक्स, particularly our mother, father, right, these guys are like very cautious. They just don't want to push कि आप वहाँ जाओ, like you can do everything in India also. तो आजकल एक थोड़ा ट्रेंड ये भी है कि since India is growing like anything in terms of tech, I would say cities like Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Noida, and all of these are growing like anything. So they just convince somehow their sons and daughters कि ठीक है यार, वहाँ security का issue है, तो यहाँ भी you can stay and you can pursue your dreams. We have colleges like you attended one, right, ISC, IITs, IIMs and all.
Right.
तो सुन के थोड़ा डर भी लगता है, थोड़ा अजीब भी लगता है, because
It's definitely.
Suggestions would you like to give to probably Indians or Asians who are in US, and like what kind of, what I would say कि कैसे क्या tips दोगे एक या दो उनको बचने के लिए, because you have been in US around more than 5 years right now?
Around 7-8 years, yeah.
Yeah, awesome. So those, like, क्या बोलना चाहोगे कि आप कैसे बच के रहें या फिर क्या क्या चीजें अवॉइड करें, अगर आप couple of you would like to spare on
Yeah,
that?
just
Because it's
don't.
becoming a serious issue. That's what I
Yeah, so don't get into like too crowded areas. Actually, at night specifically, avoid crowded areas. That's all you can do. Don't roam late at night at dark. Like don't take public transport at night. Also, it's not too safe, really. Yeah, that's all you can do. Otherwise, I mean, you can never guess.
अगर आपका टेलीग्राम पे अकाउंट है तो डिस्क्रिप्शन में जाके टेलीग्राम लिंक पे क्लिक कीजिए, ऐसा कुछ इंटरफेस दिखेगा, इसे ज्वाइन कीजिए। जैसे ही आप हमारा टेलीग्राम चैनल ज्वाइन करेंगे आप देख पाएंगे कि 80 से ज़्यादा मेंबर अभी हो चुके हैं। हम चाहते हैं एक बहुत बड़ी सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर, डेवलपर्स और एस्पायरिंग स्टूडेंट्स की कम्युनिटी बनाएं, जहाँ पे क्वेरीज रिजॉल्व हो सकें, इंटरव्यू टिप्स शेयर किया सकें और सब एक साथ मिलकर ग्रो कर सकें।
हाउ डू यू डेली कम्यूट, नॉट डेली, बेसिकली लेट्स से ऑन अ वीकेंड, अगर कहीं जाना होना है तो लाइक हाउ इज द डेली कम्यूट इन दैट सिटी?
Oh, so we mostly have a lot of trains nearby. At least if I have to go to anywhere in the city, like Manhattan, then the best thing is to take subways and trains. That's the most convenient way, fastest way. If you have to go somewhere inside anywhere, actually, then you can't do without car. You need to have a car. The public transport, I would not say would be the greatest when it comes to traveling somewhere like somewhere inside. But if you're in the city, you don't need a car and you don't even have to learn it. You're fine.
Because mostly I have most of my friends in that Silicon Valley area. I heard from them that their car is like kind of a necessity. They don't have much public transport there. Right?
Yeah, that's a much bigger area. That's much bigger area, and most of the things are far off. Like most of the attractive things are more far off, like mountains and beaches and all that. But where I live is mostly more like more city area, so you don't need really car, and the trains are very good, very convenient, especially during weekdays for like people who commute for the work. It's very, very easy and convenient. There are like multiple ways you can do that.
This is one kind of a difference between Western and Eastern US, right? Here you have kind of more.
They have more geographically. They are very big. Also, they are sparsely spread. Also, Manhattan is more compactly spread. Like compactly. Yesterday I went and there was no place to even walk on the streets yesterday, and it was like -degrees temperature. So a lot of tourists also.
Yeah. Okay, how about the temperature? I heard, right, this side it's like quite tough to
chilling.
have. Yeah, quite chilling.
Yeah,
so how do you that, because people like us, right, we who are born and brought up in India, like they are quite susceptible to like normal weather probably, or I would say kind of a warm weather.
Right.
How do you manage this then?
Well, it's the weather here is great according to me, because I actually like cold weathers in general. So yeah, but if I go beyond that, like Chicago and all, they are extremely cold. Like I can't survive that. They are like -20, -15 degrees Celsius. Here it's -2, -3. So I think that's manageable for me and I like it. But yeah, that's about it. It will get a little bit chilly till like -6, -7 at the January or like end of December. But the summers are pretty good.
Snowfalls as well?
Sorry?
Snowfall, do you see?
Yeah, there will be a little bit snowfall, but couple of times, like maybe like 4 or 5 times usually a season.
Rarely.
Yeah, rarely. Yeah, it used to be more, but now global warming, so
everywhere, right?
It's not anymore.
Bangalore भी उतना chill बचा नहीं है. Same reason भी कुछ.
Oh yeah.
I think we met
pretty good.
6-7 years when I came to Bangalore. उस time बहुत different था. बारिश भी काफी ज़्यादा होती थी, but yeah, same global warming right nowadays. People are also just coming into Bangalore kind of a herds. Dumb public wherever you go, right? It's like हर जगह public हो गई यहाँ पे, तो temperature में भी थोड़ा dip आया. Not dip, I would
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next, what would be your biggest achievement in life so far? It not necessarily in your career. Like it could be in career, job, relationships, family kind of things. What do you think? You can take some
Oh,
time. It's a long question.
biggest achievement. Well, when I started my career, I never thought I would reach this path. Actually, um, in general, if I see in retrospect what I did, I think I feel like quite happy about what I did, throughout the year. I don't think it's one thing or another. Like it's the set of actions I took over the years. I think I'm quite happy about that. Like the career I chose, I got into research. I think I enjoy all those things. But when I left home as a kid, I never imagined I would reach this path. I did not have that dream of like, you know getting to research or going to like a J. Like I did not. My major motivation when I left home was like, I want to see things and what's out there. That was the kind of thing. But I did that. But I think my work, research, other things, I think that helped building that
Yeah. As
that
like
thing.
Steve Jobs said, right? Connect the dots. कि बहुत सारे डॉट्स होते हैं जो कनेक्ट कर करके आपको पहुंचाते हैं आज यहाँ पे यहाँ एंड ऑल्सो टू माय ऑडियंस आई वुड लाइक टू से कि लाइक सौरभ को हम लोग जानते हैं लगभग 12-13 साल हो गए होंगे या वो इट्स 25 राइट मोर देन दैट प्रोबब्ली
Yeah.
so to see him like we are quite proud of him like the way he's working and like the way he's pursuing his dreams basically because not everybody gets that choice and even if you get right there are some circumstances like the way they're talking right it's borders it's countries it's families everything but yeah we are quite proud of him and like we see him happy and that's what we are also happy as a friend circle right we see that okay one of our friend is doing a great job so we are like quite happy for him yeah so what's your next plan like in your career like would you like to switch soon or you want to continue in SRI
well, I think the major thing I really want to do is I actually like my area and I it's been a decade there is no change in the area or anything, but I think over the time I've started thinking about developing a more niche for myself, going into more depth of things and creating like that expertise. I have certain areas where I worked a lot and where I would call myself as more knowledgeable, I would say. But I think moving forward, wherever I go, this job, that job is more than job. It's important the kind of work I want to do. Like I want to develop certain areas where I am actually more expert at, like developing my own niche. I think that's my couple of next years I want to dedicate it to, like where I can say, I am towards the state of the art or I'm pushing that kind of work.
So you
That's
wanna continue your education further or just wanna switch to different company and work in your same niche? What's your plan?
So yeah, education is always an interesting choice, but I think I think in my current company as well as wherever if I go next, I think I have the opportunities to actually pursue in the specific areas I really want to get in. So in my current company as well, if I want to pick any particular topic, we have experts enough to actually guide me towards that direction and I can develop my expertise. So nowadays I've started thinking about like picking up, because AI is very big, right? LLM is just buzzword, but like, what do you want to do in LLM and like how you want, those are different questions. So I am actually thinking nowadays on those terms that where I should develop my niche. I am more interested in systems which are like lifelong systems, like humans. We continuously learn, develop, adapt, those kind of things, right? Current systems can't do that. LLM will break, like it doesn't have an online learning capacity or like understand or segregate knowledge. So I want to kind of go towards that kind of research where systems could be deployed in a lifelong learning way or like continuously adaptable way, those kind of research questions. Yeah. I
Those
already do it, but like I want to get more deeper into it. Basically, go toward. I want to study psychology and like brain
oh,
science and understand a little bit how human does it, and then like go towards that area. It's more like feeling good kind of thing also, and like it helps in work. I don't know. I like that area, so I think I'm moving towards that direction.
interesting. Man. So, ठीक है सौरभ, I think we'll have our last phase, which is like rapid fire round.
Okay.
So we'll start that. I'll just ask 5 to 6 quick questions. Okay, I'll just give you like either A or B kind of thing. You can take some time, probably 5 seconds, not more than that, because it's gonna be quick. So the first question for you is like your favorite tech icon, or your star probably in your industry.
Andrew Ang, Dr. Andrew Ang. He's Coursera. He is in board of director of Coursera, and yeah, that's how I started my machine learning journey. So I think he's one of the top people I like. Yeah.
Awesome. India or US?
Oh, like what the food India, friendliness culture India, tech US, more exposure US. But food, yeah, I miss food and culture and like more friends India, yeah.
So if you have to choose only one programming language in the world, let's say all the other programming language can die kind of thing. So what that one be?
Well, I only work with Python and I only know Python, to be honest. So
For
Python,
you,
I guess.
easy, yeah.
I mean, I have done other languages, but Python is my bread and butter. So I would say Python.
Okay. So if you were not an engineer, what would you be? Like what kind of a career you will?
Oh, doctor.
Doctor, as in like which field doctor?
Neuro.
Neurosurgeon, is it? I was coming on that. And what is something that has been in your bucket list since long, but you haven't done it yet? Could be anything. Like travel or hobby, like probably travel to a particular kind of thing, hobby, or building something, your own product, your own website, your own startup, anything. So one question.
Dream. Well, I think I don't have one specific dream, like, but more like I want to study actually brain and like machines together. That's always been my like researchy thing. Oh, if you're not talking about research and roaming around, I like to travel. I want to do mountains actually quite a bit. Wherever I go, I have done a lot of mountains. I've done a lot of hiking actually. Whichever country I've traveled to, I always keep separate days for mountains. So I think I look forward to more mountains and
anything particularly which is in your bucket list since long? That's what I'm asking. Like mountain, which mountain? If city or country, which country? Sorry.
bucket list.
Like
Well, I want to go to Swiss
right?
Alps actually. Okay, Switzerland, Swiss Alps. I want to go to Swiss Alps. I think that's one of being the bucket list things. Also, oh yeah. Now I remember. So there is this hiking Machu Picchu. I want to do Machu Picchu hiking. That's in Peru basically. It's one of the world wonders. Yeah. So it's like it's like a multi-day hiking through Machu Picchu or yeah.
So would you rather work as a night owl or you wake up early at work? Like what kind of guy you?
Night
Owl, right? Yeah, I
night
remember.
survives. Yeah.
Yeah, we are the night guys, night
Yeah.
owls. What's your favorite energy drink? Like why at work or probably you enjoy a lot? Could be
Oh,
coffee.
energy drink. No, energy drink. Smoothie. Spinach smoothie. No, nothing. Yeah, coffee actually. Coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee
Yeah.
would be the
Mhm.
a
Okay.
spinach smoothie. Yes, yeah, it's pretty good if you add chocolate to it.
Okay. Sounds more kind of healthy option.
Yeah.
Okay, so a week without your phone or a month without your laptop, what would you do?
Oh, I mean, I'm not attached to any of them, to be honest, that much. So I can go with both of them. A week
Can you
without
imagine
phone.
yourself without your phone for a week?
Yeah, I think I can easily.
Yeah. So which one would you choose, like Linux, iOS, or Windows?
Oh, iOS.
iOS.
iOS with Linux terminal.
Mhm. Which is your dream company to work for? Like, since you're
Dream
settled down,
company.
it's not necessarily now.
Like it's weird, but I actually weirdly want to work at this place called Google X. They
Hmm.
have like a subsidiary called X. They work on like grand problems for the world kind of thing. Yeah, that's a fun place. Yeah, not just
Awesome.
yeah. They have like moonshot kind of projects basically. Yeah, that's
Awesome. Then, Saurabh, that's the wrap of our rapid fire round. I think
okay. Awesome.
you should have enjoyed a lot because it's kind of
Yes, yeah.
quick.
Lot of interesting memories there.
Yeah. I think, yeah, then it's time we can wrap up this podcast. I hope
Okay.
folks have enjoyed it a lot. So before
Okay.
we
Okay.
actually, pause here, I just want you to talk to our audience and just ask them to like, share, and subscribe. It's kind of a cliche thing, right? But yeah, I just want you to do that for
Oh,
me.
oh, yeah, please. Yeah. If you like our journey, whatever I said, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, like, subscribe Kapil's video. He has been one of those outgoing friends who has always connected with people and, nice to talk to. And yeah, please share his video and make this channel big as big as he wants to be. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys. So आई एम डेफिनेटली आई एम प्रीटी मच श्योर दैट आपको बहुत मजा आया होगा हमारी पॉडकास्ट के लिए एंड जैसे कि मैंने बताया था वीडियो के बीच में कि हम बहुत सारे इंटरेस्टिंग लोगों को फोक्स को अराउंड द इंडस्ट्री राइट टेक इंडस्ट्री से रिलेटेड है डेटा साइंटिस्ट है मशीन लर्निंग इंजीनियर है क्यूए इंजीनियर है सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपर है सीनियर जूनियर स्टाफ इंजीनियर्स है हम कोशिश करेंगे कि बहुत सारे जो मेरे अराउंड लोग हैं राइट मेरे फ्रेंड्स हैं मेरे कॉलीग्स हैं और मेरे पुरानी कंपनीज के लोग हैं उनको इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे लाएंगे और इंटरेस्टिंग से कॉन्वर्जेशंस डेवलप करेंगे जैसे आज हमने सौरभ के साथ किया तो प्लीज हमारे चैनल को बहुत से ज्यादा सपोर्ट कीजिए क्योंकि वी आर वर्किंग हार्ड फॉर यू फोक्स ताकि आपको कुछ नया सीखने को नया जानने को मिले हमारे चैनल के थ्रू या सो अंटिल वी मीट नेक्स्ट टाइम इन आवर एपिसोड नंबर 3 थैंक यू बाय
Thank you.